For the calendar of business, we don't have any unfinished business. For the business for the day, may this representation be recognized for the accompanying resolution of the committee report of the Committee on Rules, Laws, and Ordinances.
Yes, Honorable Leva.
Madam Presiding Officer, may move for the adoption of a resolution, reactivation of dormant account, special fund COVID donation, account number 1152-113290 with the Land Bank of the Philippines, Buwak Branch. I so move.
There's a motion by Honorable Leva. Is there any second? Seconded by Honorable Mangkukang, Honorable Opis Mercado. Any objection? The chair hears none. Thus, the motion is approved. The resolution granting authority to the governor to make the proper for the reactivation of the dormant account, Special Fund COVID donation, account number 1152-1132-90 with the Land Bank of the Philippines, Buwak Branch, is now approved.
Madam Presiding Officer, may I ask to recognize the chairperson of the Committee on Appropriation for the accompanying resolution of its committee report.
The gentleman from Buwak is recognized.
Madam Presiding Officer, this representation formally moves for the adoption of a resolution approving the request for supplemental appropriation in the amount of 960,000 pesos intended for the conduct of boring test for the proposed Duyay-Tapuyan Bridge in Buwak-Gasan under the PRDP scale-up project.
Any second to the motion by Honorable Caballes? Duly seconded by Honorable Leva, Honorable Manggol. Any objection? The chair hears none. Thus, the motion is approved. The resolution providing supplemental appropriation amounting to 960,000 pesos for the conduct of boring test for the proposed Duyay-Tapuyan Bridge in Buwak-Gasan under the PRDP scale-up project is now approved.
Madam Presiding Officer, may I ask to recognize the chairperson of the Committee on Education, Culture, and the Arts for the adoption of proposed resolution number 2023-265.
Yes, the gentleman from Santa Cruz, Honorable Red, is recognized.
Madam Chair, I formally move for the approval of proposed resolution number 2023-265, resolution congratulating and commending Mr. Jason T. Mamposte for being the top-notcher in the April 2023 Electronics Technician Board Examination and expressing gratitude for the great inspiration he is giving the young generation and for being a source of pride of the province of Marinduque B. I so move, Madam Chair.
Any second to the motion by Honorable Red, duly seconded by Honorable Rihano, Honorable Leva. Any objection? The chair hears none, thus the motion is approved. The resolution congratulating and commending Mr. Jayron T. Mampusti for being the top-notcher in the April 2023 Electronics Technician Board Examination and expressing gratitude for the great inspiration he is giving the young generations and for being a source of pride of the province of Marinduque, authored by Honorable Opis Mercado, is now approved.
Madam Presiding Officer, may I ask to recognize the chairperson of the Committee on Barangay Affairs for the adoption of proposed resolution number 2023-266 and proposed resolution number 2023-267.
The gentleman from Ogpog, Honorable Limpiada.
Thank you. I move for the adoption of the proposed resolution number 2023-266, resolution expressing the deepest sympathy and condolences to the bereaved family of Punong Barangay Norimer and Malina of Barangay Tagwak, Buwak, Marinduque. So move, Madam Chair.
Any second to the motion? Seconded by Honorable Leva, Honorable Mangkukang. Any objection? The chair hears none. The resolution expressing the deepest sympathy and condolences to the bereaved family of Punong Barangay Norimer M. Malinaw of Barangay Tagwak, Buwak, Marinduque, authored by Honorable Mark Julius Caballes, is now approved. And the other resolution?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move for the adoption of a resolution expressing the deepest sympathy and condolences to the bereaved family of Punong Barangay Ernesto
There is a motion duly seconded by Honorable Rehano, Honorable Lim, for the adoption of a resolution expressing deepest sympathy and condolences to the bereaved family of Punong Barangay Ernesto Peña Redonda of Barangay Lapu-Lapu in Santa Cruz, Marinduque, authored by Honorable Mercedes Rehano, is now approved.
Madam Presiding Officer, may I ask the Secretary to read the title of proposed ordinance number 16-40.
Proceed, Secretary James.
Proposed ordinance number 16-40 entitled An Ordinance Amending Section 9 of Provincial Ordinance number 199 Series 2023 entitled An Ordinance Granting Milestone Incentive to All bona fide senior citizens in the province of Marinduque, providing for the mechanism in the implementation thereof, providing necessary funds therefore and for other related purposes, sponsored by the Joint Committee on Rules, Laws and Ordinances and Committee on Appropriations.
This is already for deliberation, for approval for second reading. Any discussion from the floor?
Madam Presiding
Yes,
Officer,
Honorable Leva.
inasmuch as this is just a one section ordinance, may I move that we dispense with the period of interpolation and debate and the period of amendment.
Proceed,
so
proceed, Honorable Leva, being the chair of the Committee on Rules.
Madam Presiding Officer, may I move for the adoption, for the enactment on second reading of proposed ordinance number 16-40 entitled An Ordinance Amending Section 9 of the Provincial Ordinance number 199 Series of 2023 entitled An Ordinance Granting Milestone Incentive to All bona fide senior citizens in the province of Marinduque, providing for the mechanism in the implementation thereof, providing necessary funds therefore, and for other related purposes as approved on second reading. I so move.
I second the motion.
There is a motion duly seconded for the approval of a proposed ordinance number 16-40 on second reading. Any objection? The chair hears none. Thus, proposed ordinance number 16-40 is now approved on second reading.
Madam Presiding Officer, that concludes the business for the day. We don't have any unassigned business. Madam Presiding Officer, inasmuch as proposed ordinance number 1640 was approved on second reading without any amendment, I move that we consider the same for third and final reading and that we unanimously approve the same. Madam Presiding Officer, I move for the approval on third and final reading of proposed ordinance number 16-40 entitled An Ordinance Amending Section 9 of Provincial Ordinance number 199 Series of 2023 entitled An Ordinance Granting Milestone Incentives to All bona fide senior citizens in the province of Marinduque, providing for the mechanism in the implementation thereof, providing the necessary funds therefore, and for other related purposes.
I second the
so
motion.
move.
There is a motion by Honorable Leva, duly seconded by Honorable Mangkukang, Honorable Rehano, for the adoption of proposed ordinance number 16-40 on third and final reading. Any objection? The chair hears no objection, and thus ordinance number 16-40, an ordinance amending section 9 of Provincial Ordinance number 199 Series of 2023, entitled An Ordinance Granting Milestone Incentives to All bona fide senior citizens in the province of Marinduque, providing the mechanisms in the implementation thereof, providing necessary funds therefore and for other related purposes, is sponsored by the Joint Committees on Rules, Laws and Ordinances and Committee on Appropriations, now approved on third and final reading.
Congratulations to the authors and co-authors of the said resolution. Ordinance, I mean. Madam Presiding Officer, that concludes our proposed ordinance and resolution for third and final reading. For any announcement, inviting members of the board.
The session is adjourned.